welcome to the Let's Kick It channel where we share soccer interviews, tips, and tricks. My name is Johanna. I go by Coach Joe on the soccer field. The youth development system is growing in Major League Soccer with the support of directors who guide club leaders to provide support on and off the field. Today, we're connecting with the director of coaching academy affiliates with Sporting Kansas City. We're so glad to have you on today's episode and looking forward to having you share your journey with us. Nathan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Joe. So looking forward to it.
Awesome. So we'll go ahead and get started. Can you go ahead and share with us what you do now and what a day in that role looks like?
Yeah, so I'm the director of coaching for the Academy affiliate clubs for Sporting Kansas City. Currently, we have 17 clubs that start from Oklahoma, go all the way up to Michigan, go all the way over to Evansville, Indiana. But most of them are concentrated here in the Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Iowa area. So day to day, it's essentially setting up potential events either in market or in the club's markets, running programming, facilitating things with the academy staff in terms of player movement, just tracking the players and providing the best experiences and the best programming to help the clubs provide more value to their players and their families.
Awesome. Good stuff. That sounds like a heavy role. A lot of responsibilities.
It is, but I enjoy it. So the more you enjoy it, the less work it is, really.
True. Can you take us back in time and tell us when you first fell in love with soccer?
Playing with that neon yellow fuzzy ball at the Y.
Oh.
So I started when I was 8, and my parents put me in soccer at the Y, playing indoor soccer. And I can still remember the day kicking that fuzzy ball and then joining the local team from my neighborhood. And I've been hooked ever since. So
Hey, shout out to the Y. They do a lot in the community, and it's a lot of thousands, millions of kids throughout the US that get started with the Y and volunteer
yes,
parents.
yes, it is. It is. It started with an after school program, and then I signed up, and next thing you know, it got me sitting here with you.
Good stuff. What tips would you give your 18-year-old self looking back when you first stepped into the role of coaching?
Um, Ask questions and find as many mentors as possible. Don't think that you can just do it on your own. So for a while, I did think that, and looking back, if I would have maybe put myself out there and asked more questions and been more willing to network with other people, who knows where I would have been. But things happen for a reason, and so I am happy where I'm at today too.
Nice. Are there like just two mentors that stand out to you that just want to give a huge thanks to that helped guide you through this process?
Yeah, so one of them is Steve Loy. He's a coach in Topeka, Kansas, where I'm from. So, and I'm still in contact with him. So he actually coached me for a little bit, and then we coached together, and now we collaborated on things here and there. So big shout out to Steve Loy, Shawnee Heights. And I would say Tim Schultz, right, with Rush Soccer. So Tim's been around forever, and he gave me an opportunity when I was looking for something full time when I was with Kansas Rush, and then transitioned to Alaska Rush, and next thing you know, created a position for me up in Alaska, and that was the catalyst to kind of what I'm doing now. So if I hadn't had that opportunity, I wouldn't have gotten those experiences, and we're not as connected as we used to be, but I do owe a lot to Tim because he was a important part of my journey in coaching.
Yeah, and for those that don't know or are aware of Tim and what Rush is one of the biggest clubs in the world. And they do a lot with like a reach program where they donate to other countries gear and equipment. Personally, I know because I worked for Texas Rush and Dallas Rush. So when I found that out that you were with Rush, I was like, that is awesome. Rush is huge for me, like playing for them and coaching and all that stuff. So Rush is, yeah, they have great leaders and coaches. It's a great club. Let me see. So what are some places that you have traveled to due to soccer conventions, games, and then you said Alaska, so that's
Yeah, I lived in Anchorage, Alaska for almost a year working for a club. I've been to Como, Italy, Turin, Italy. I've been to Amsterdam. I've been to Madrid. I've been all over the place. So soccer's been really good to me. I've been able to travel all across the United States. The Pacific Northwest is still an area I need to get to a little bit more.
Mhm.
I haven't been there as much, but I mean, it's allowed me to travel. It's allowed me to see the world, different cultures, the way things are done, and just gain a perspective that's, helped me evolve like who I am and how I see the game and how I see the game should be taught, et cetera. So it's been really good to me. So hopefully I can continue to get back to the game.
Oh, that's fun. Amazing experiences. When did you realize that you wanted to pursue the director of affiliate clubs?
Um, I've been working as the state TD for Kansas for a few years, and the opportunity came up. Another mentor of mine, Ian Barker, let me know about the position, and I looked into it and said, this is a new challenge, right? It was a new environment, new context. So working with a pro club, so it'd been a little bit different than working for not-for-profit clubs, organizations. So I thought it would be a new challenge, and it has been, and it's been a good challenge. And so that's when I decided there were similarities between the job, but there were also differences where it might stretch me and challenge me and help me grow in a lot of different ways.
I think that's what we need as not only as players, but just in the professional world, just continuing to grow. Because if not, it's just not as fun. And then this might get you in trouble, but have you always been a Sporting Kansas City fan, or do you have another MLS team, favorite team?
No, I do not have another MLS favorite team. I always kind of followed the Wizards, and then when we transitioned to Sporting, it was funny enough to say that I actually gotten to work with a few of the players from Sporting when they were youth players in the ODP program. So there was that natural connection to seeing them and seeing how they had grown. And even though I wasn't a part of their development, you were part of their journey, right? So that was really cool, and that's what kept me connected and following Sporting and the Wizards at the time. So, but
Mhm.
no other MLS club. That is my favorite club. So.
As I mentioned before, I worked for both Houston Dynamo and FC Dallas, and every time they play each other, I have to wear white. I'm like, Houston's home, but Dallas has been good to me. By the end of the day, I'm
Hmm.
like, no, I'm gonna wear white. I like both.
That's great.
What's the best soccer advice anyone has given you?
I don't even know if it's soccer advice, and I actually heard it on a podcast. It was knowing the difference between being right and being effective. Um, and for me, it's really needs to shift and has started shifting to being effective as opposed to having to be right. So, and as a leader, that's really the biggest thing that I've found in recent times is how to be effective and not necessarily be right. So
No, that's a great tip for anyone. That's awesome. And then as a coach, what are three tips that you can share for to aspiring athletes?
First, make sure you're passionate, right?
Mhm.
Second, make sure you know your craft. So understand what you need to do and be the best at it that you can be, and have a growth mindset. Be willing to be challenged, challenge others, and be comfortable being uncomfortable, right? Because that means there's always growth occurring.
No, I think that's great. And then also, like you said, just be open because I always thought, oh, I'm going to be a defender. But once you go to a different coach or they're like, no, I see you more as a midfielder, just take the advice. Just try it out. You just never know.
Yep, you never know. So
And then no, I mean, but thank you for sharing that with us. I did want to ask you some rapid fire questions. This is more just about
okay,
you. So just whatever comes to mind. When you're not working, how do you like to spend your time?
doing nothing or working out.
Relaxing.
Yes.
What are the top two things on your bucket list?
Oh, that's a really good question. I work too much, so I don't know. Um, so top two things. One's probably marrying my fiance. So that's bucket list item number one.
Nice.
Two, that's a really good question, Coach Joe. I haven't thought about that. I might have to get back to you on that one. We have to do a follow up.
Well, number one's pretty good. That's a big one. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's your favorite day of the week?
I actually like Mondays because it's usually when I start something new, whether it's new workout or new endeavor, new project. Like Mondays is kind of the beginning of something new for me. So
I think that's a common answer with a lot of soccer players, coaches. It's like we're just ready to get it done, just ready to start. Awesome. What's your favorite city besides the one that you live in?
hmm,
You've been to many, so oof.
favorite city. Hmm,
You can say
that
Dallas.
is a good. I do like Dallas. I do like Dallas. That's a really good. I'm gonna go with. I actually really like Tulsa. Right, I really really like Tulsa. If I had to live there, I would. Um, I've been there several times for pleasure and business, and
Hmm.
it's not too big, it's not too small. Like I like Tulsa.
Okay, good stuff. Where's a place that you want to travel to?
Um, Probably somewhere in like the Grecian area, somewhere in Greece. I haven't decided where exactly.
Oh, Athens is beautiful. Santorini. Do you have a favorite ice cream flavor?
Not really. It's too cold.
Okay. Do you have a favorite number?
I wore 18. I was a Jurgen Klinsmann fan growing up, and
Mhm.
so I watched him. And then anytime I could get my hands on the number 18 playing, it was the number that I took.
Nice. And then do you prefer cake or pie?
Pie.
Is there a favorite one? Favorite flavor?
I'm an apple pie. And if my mother, God rest her soul, she passed away about
Oh,
10 plus years ago. If she baked it, I would eat it. So,
yeah. Hey, Thanksgiving's coming up, so looking forward to pie season. Well, this goes into my next one. If you could have dinner with one person, dead or alive, who would be your guest of honor?
Prince.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, I'm a Prince fan.
That
So
would be an interesting
it
dinner.
would be a very interesting dinner.
And then my last one, if you could climb a mountain or jump out of a plane, which one would you choose?
Oh, it would probably be climbing a mountain because I wouldn't have to worry about looking down.
Oh, awesome. Good stuff. Well, again, thank you, Nathan, for connecting with us. Guys, make sure to subscribe to the Let's Kick It channel for more videos like these. And again, they're just sharing amazing tips with us and tricks that could help you in your journey for soccer. Nathan, anything else that you'd like to add to people watching?
Um, no, I can't think of anything, but I would definitely say for those out there, follow your dream, follow your passion. If soccer is that passion, great. Connect with people who can not only be mentors, but be advocates and sponsors for you, right? Someone who's going to stand up for you when you're not in the room, not just when you're around. So
Awesome.
thanks again, Joe. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Everyone, have a good one. Thank you.